Lucky, lucky, lucky me.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Wellness Global and the I Am the Brand Business Accelerator interview series, where we are speaking with experts from all kinds of genres about empowering you in your holistic business. And today I have with me Laura Rotter. Welcome, Laura.
Thank you so much, Valerie. I'm so excited to be here.
I'm excited to have you, and we're thankful that you had some time to share with us today so that we can get to know you a little bit more and, tell our audience kind of what we've got going on here in the I Am the Brand Accelerator. So let's start with learning about you. Tell us about yourself, Laura.
I would be happy to. So I live in White Plains, New York, which is a commuting suburb of New York City. And I did commute for many years of my life into New York City. I worked on Wall Street for quite a long time. And I would say to our listeners and viewers that it was towards the end of my career where I found practices. I became a yoga teacher. I took a mindfulness meditation teacher training because in the last third of my career, I was no longer happy with what I was doing, but it's very hard to change one's identity. And it's the mindfulness practices that made me aware that I was choosing to be a victim of my life rather than authoring my life. I had let myself become trapped by my things and my obligations. So it was scary to walk away from a career that was lucrative and also a career that had defined my identity, having been sort of like the nerd in high school and college, and then recognizing that I could do interesting work and make money from it. But by the end of my career, it wasn't serving me anymore. And I really thought about, well, should I become a yoga teacher full time? Actually thought of maybe going back to rabbinical school and decided to start my financial planning practice, thinking that the universe hadn't given me a fluency and a comfort level with financial markets and with numbers, so that I was sort of being called to be, if you will, as I thought of it, like a yoga teacher for your money. And I had to start with myself the way a lot of us do, which is, okay, if I want to walk away from this career, what do I have to change? So I sold my big house and bought a smaller house. And I sold my vacation home and I stopped shopping every time there was a sale. And though my financial resources are less than they were, my life is fuller and richer and more abundant than it was. Um, so that's sort of my life to date in a little bit of a snapshot.
Yeah, that's so fascinating and really resonates, I think, with myself and a lot of people, it kind of coming to the understanding in your life through your journey of what is wealth, right? Like what is abundance and what does that mean to you? Um, and sometimes it takes like having it and losing it, or having it all and realizing you don't have it all, if that makes any sense. But
Yeah.
that kind of sounds like your story. Like you were very successful, but it wasn't the picture of kind of what you really wanted it to be.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling successful. And I did name my firm True Abundance Advisors. And I have to say that I had a cousin who said to me, Laura, I don't understand what you mean. And I said, David, you're not my target market. I really enjoy working with couples and with women specifically who are at a point in their lives or often midlife and have sort of checked all the boxes that they were told to check and turn around and feel like something's missing. And I do think it comes with maturity, with age. When you're younger, you're on a treadmill and you feel like you need to achieve a certain amount to feel more secure. And as we get older, we recognize that you're never going to have enough if you stay on that treadmill of more, bigger house, big, nicer cars. And it's, it doesn't serve your soul. And I really enjoy working with people who are ready to explore how they can use their financial resources to build a life that they want rather than using their life to just accumulate more money.
Mm. You're reminding me of my my mother-in-law when you're speaking about this, and she's a big fan of Swedish death cleaning, right? And just it's removing things from your life that don't add value. So it could be things, it could be activities, it could be anything like that. But that's essentially kind of what you're talking about, is like identifying like what are the things that truly make you happy. And it's like all those Disney movies, or like it's superhero movies, right? You've got the person who's just trying to get it all, get it all, get it all, and they never find that happiness. But it's not really about just amassing more and more and more and more. Yeah.
Exactly. I love how you said that, Valerie. And I picked a word for 2024. The word is discern. And because it's an ongoing practice of discerning, we started this call. I tend to pack a lot into my life. And I'm, saying to myself, discern what it is that you choose to do, because too much, you don't enjoy anything you're doing. And so we're constantly, as human beings, in a process of discerning what do we value, what's important, and then hopefully building a life that reflects that.
Yeah. Nice. We were talking beforehand, and you were telling me a little bit about how you meet with people. So you mostly work with well, why don't you tell us who you work with and how you work? You work mostly virtually, right?
Yes, I work mostly virtually, certainly since the pandemic. And I have to say, it gives me the flexibility to work with people across the country. And I would say my clients are 40 years old and older who are something tends to happen. There tends to be a moment of transition for people to pick up the phone and say, okay, I'm going to talk to a complete stranger about my money. So whether it's recognizing that their kids are heading towards college and they want to make sure they have enough, as we said earlier, perhaps recognizing that they're no longer happy in what they're doing. So have a question to answer: how much money do I need to earn going forward? Or heading towards retirement, could I step away from working? How do I build a retirement paycheck from the assets I've accumulated? And so there are often many questions to answer. And as I said, I love to weave together the mindfulness aspect, if you will, of working with your own money with the actual dollars and cents. Both are needed. And I really value creating a safe space to ask questions of my clients that they might not generally have the room to do. And so that's exploring money stories, because for most of us human beings, how we feel about our money has little correlation with how much we have. It really is much more informed by the money stories we grew up with and how we watched our parents act around money. And also, I love doing a values exercise as we talk about cash flow and helping my clients define their top 3 or 4 values. And then, though there's never going to be a direct correspondence, but then, okay, this is how you're spending your money. You say you value family more than anything, but you're working like a dog to keep up the big house and the vacation house, and you're not spending any time with your family, and sort of exploring that. And I really develop deep relationships with the people I work with. I love everyone I work with, I must say. And that's one of the great things about having my own business, that I can choose who I work with, and people who really resonate with my message and my mission, if you will.
Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful. And, with the I Am the Brand Accelerator, we're really kind of focused on working with holistic entrepreneurs. And in my relationship with them, with many, I do see them going through this kind of transitional phase in their life where it's like maybe they've got a career or a job that they've devoted their life to, but they are also doing this passion work or something that really commits them to their family or something like that, like homeschooling maybe or something. So it's like one foot in, one foot out, and they're just trying to figure out how to make it work, how to transition into their business or whatnot. And so I think what you're bringing to the table with your background and your expertise and the way that you approach this is really perfect for those people who need that to kind of face it, to kind of make the plan and realize it, and realize what their money story is, realize what their beliefs are around money and how it works and how it has to work. You know, because sometimes we have preconceived notions about how things have to be, but they don't necessarily have to
Exactly.
be. Yeah.
And I've really found in my work, Valerie, that just starting to organize and get some clarity around the numbers that often we're afraid to look at, that even before you change anything, but just to look at the reality rather than the story we've created, just that first step of
Mhm.
being aware. I mean, often I'll help clients set up a spending plan, and I say, doesn't mean right now that you have to change anything. Let's just see what you're spending each week as opposed to what you imagine you're spending each week. And no decisions have to be made yet. Let's just see it. And that's an important step for a lot of people to take, because sometimes it's so frightening that people don't even want to look.
Right. It's kind of like looking in the dark closet or under the bed.
Exactly, exactly.
Right.
It can be
Oh, yeah. Yeah, good stuff. Well, I'm so thankful, Laura, that you are part of the I Am the Brand Accelerator, and you know, that we're going to be able to gather in this Facebook group to, you know, bounce ideas off one another, but to learn more about you as well. And we're grateful that you've volunteered to come alongside us and connect with us through this time. Are you excited to get started in there?
I am. And also to see, it's always invigorating for me to see women who are making changes and moving forward towards what gets them excited and out of bed in the morning. Because too many people just choose to put one foot in front of the other and just follow the path that they got into without any intentionality. And so women working with intention in areas that they're passionate with really turns me on. So.
I love it. Yes. Yes. That for me is the biggest thrill, is the community, you know, just meeting
Yes.
women who are on that path and connecting with them in a real way. So
It's
thank you so
amazing
much.
that you put it together, Valerie.
Thank you. Thank you. It's really is an inspired idea, and only can be possible because of awesome contributors like yourself. And so I truly am grateful, Laura, that you're part of it and that you're sharing your expertise with us. Truly.
Thank
Um,
you.
yeah, thank you. Any last words or thoughts before we head out for today?
I guess we charge all of us to please be an author of your life and move forward with purpose. And it's not always easy to do, but it is what makes life worth living.
It does make it worth it. Thank you so much. For those of you listening, what we're talking about today is the I Am the Brand Business Accelerator that actually launched April 1st and will be going live through June 30th. We'll have experts and contributors inside the private Facebook group, adding value, having conversations, sharing tips, lessons, all kinds of things in there. And Laura is one of those valued experts. So we encourage you, if you haven't signed up already, make sure you do that right away and come be part of this with us. Come be part of our community and lock arms with us there and be a part of something beautiful where you can really grow yourself and your business and develop great friendships with folks like myself and Laura. And use Laura's code. She's got a promo code. It's ROCK It's her last name. We'll have it in the description of the video. So when you go to iamthebrand.info and you register, you will be able to use the name Rodder as your promo code, and you'll get $88 off, so you can come in for just $111. So make sure you do that as well. So we will see you inside the Facebook group, and I thank you again, Laura. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Bye.
Lucky, lucky, lucky me.